Hello, hello, Sagi Joe. So gonna be up late because I gotta wash clothes and dryer, washing machine, stuff like that. It's not entirely synced. It depends a lot on the material that you're putting in, the method of drying, and how big of a load your washing machine is in. So, I just wanted to have a late night chat with you guys. So today, I just had work. It's interesting. I'm sort of like in those retail stores, but it's more of a sales position. I have this inkling feeling that a couple people did steal some items, which is rather unfortunate. January and February tend to be the two slowest months of the year for retail. Summer it also does drop down, but not as much as January, especially. January is the month of returns, month of refunds, and a month of low sales. So people get gifts and it doesn't fit. They don't like it. They want something else. So you have all of that, especially when you're in an apparel business like I am in. It's a little bit different with groceries, but even in groceries, and then a lot of the clientele that I work with, they're going on vacation, especially around this time. February tends to be sort of like the ugliest month for winter, even though it is the month of Valentine's Day. But honestly, I don't feel don't have no romantic feelings when it comes to that. So I had a pretty good day. I took a little longer for closing than I'd like, but I'm still learning the ropes. I've only been in the job for a couple weeks, and I'm still learning, still learning where everything is. You know, right off the bat, I'm learning to close a totally different way than I was used to. But hopefully I get some speed. I did mess up counting the till. I think I over counted the deposit, and then I under and then it ended up really screwing the numbers because the numbers didn't match what I had in the deposit, so I had to recount everything. It was really annoying, but that's sort of how it is. Um, the the lady there's a dress that we have that it doesn't look that good, but I saw it on a couple of the women that did try it, and I was like, man, it looks really good on like a body. Well, preferably alive, but it does look really good when someone wears it. But it doesn't look nearly as appealing just standing. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. Like just being there, it doesn't look nearly as appealing, and it's kind of unfortunate. Um, because I think we do have a lot of designs in the store where it doesn't seem like it it works. But then when I see a lot of the ladies try it, they come out and then the way it really like hugs their body, or depending on the dress, right? Like some dresses are a little baggier, but the way it really accentuates a lot of their features, it throws me off, man. There are definitely some bolder colors that are hit or miss for a lot of people, and it's not. I'm not the one who's gonna be forcing these people to pay for the dresses, but a lot of them, like when I see them in person, I'm kind of just like meh. But when I see them on an actual an actual human being, even on the mannequins, it doesn't seem as good. You know what I mean? So, well, I don't know if you know what I mean, but I think that's a figure of speech. But yeah, work was good. It was really interesting because I haven't really worked in the apparel industry. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about, the grocery store business, man. I don't know what other industry. Well, I mean, there's plenty of others, but it's definitely one of them where man, a lot of illegal shit happens, man. And I don't want to get into details for fear of defamation or anything like that, but I just letting you know there's a lot of rights being infringed in a lot of grocery store industries, in the grocery store businesses. I, it's a little overrated. Mom and pop shops. I think I make a longer video about this because I got a long ass opinion about mom and pop shops, but I'll just keep it short. Don't work for them. 9 times out of 10, every mom and pop shop I've worked for has been a disaster. And I've worked in McDonald's of all places, and McDonald's was at least the one I worked was pretty bullshit. And I'm telling you right now, it's a lot worse. It gets a lot worse, man. So I don't know what to tell you, man. It's the man, I've been through some stuff. I've been through some stuff, and hopefully, once I get a little bit of distance from that industry, I'm able to talk about a lot of the stuff that's happened to me. But again, mom and pop shop, they are typically very unorganized, very unaware, or blissfully unaware, or purposely unaware of workers' rights, and they do take advantage of a lot of naivety, and a lot of young people, you work hard because you think you're going to get the promotion, you just want to move up in the ladder, and a lot of companies take advantage of that. And you know maybe I don't want to, when it's your mental capacity, your emotional academic capacity, it's not the same as your physical capacity, in the way that uh I mean, you can get stressed out, you can get stress leave, you develop a mental health disorder. So those are all pretty equivalent, but a lot of these industries are very physical. You push your body to the limits, and then you fuck up your body, and that just, it doesn't, instead of being proof of your hard work, you're seen as a liability, and they try to get rid of you as discreetly as possible, and it sucks because I've gotten most of my injuries are from work, and I hate it. I hate that I gave so much and I got so little back. And yeah, I've only screwed myself over. I was taught that you work hard, you give it your all, right? And that's what I did. For part-time work, for full-time for part-time work, in the grocery store, in a McDonald's, you just gave it your all. But my all just took my future away. That makes sense. By giving my all now, I didn't have the my physical capacity for the future, and I really like I struggle a lot with my injuries, the pain that I feel, and it affects your mental pain as well. Physical pain is not merely physical, because when you're constantly in pain, it takes a lot of fortitude to not lash out, especially when you're young. Um, you tend to lash out at people, especially people that care about you. You start making excuses for yourself, and it's 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 something that's different, man. But but then there's no other way, right? Like, how are you gonna move up if you don't provide the hard work? People always say work smart, not harder, but a lot of these businesses, it's science now. Numbers are all that matters, and you can work smart all you want, but if you happen to be the best salesperson, then you got to be on the floor all the time. But that might come at the administrative side of things, and you might start neglecting those things. And people, they'll ask for more, want more, and they'll never appreciate what you are doing. They will always point out what you haven't done and never look at what you have done. You know, you push sales, you bring up sales 10% wherever you go. You improve, improve the aesthetic. You're very, high in quality, all those things, and then you forget to do, I don't know, turn off the lights for one night, and all of a sudden, you're getting a call. Oh, why didn't you turn off the lights? Well, I mean, I forgot. I don't know if you know this, but I'm sort of a human being, and part of that experience is forgetting. It does happen from time to time, and that's why I'll never be too strict on that as a manager, because once or twice I don't mind, like one in the blue moon, but obviously, like if it's every week, then there's something wrong with that. Um, but it's one of those things that I never know what to tell young people, because you do have to work. You have to put in the work, because that's just how we are. You spend most of your youth working up to something, and then with no guarantees, especially nowadays. No one wants to give you that raise. No one wants to give you that higher position. No, everyone wants to give you more responsibilities with the same pay, and you kind of creep that in. You say, "Hey, can you do this for me?" And then a lot of good workers, especially in retail, especially in minimum wage businesses, they have so much potential, so much talent, but you burn them out because you start asking all these responsibilities while you want to increase their pay, and you don't even offer it because you're trying to extract as much of the out of them as possible, and then they have to be the one to fight for themselves. But you don't have their back, and they're young. A lot of people who are young don't fight for themselves. They find out when they're older. And it would be nice if someone would fight for you right off the bat, but it's never the case. Never is, right? I don't know. I think I've talked too much, and I don't know if anyone's even gonna watch this. So I'll try to schedule this video. We'll see. Anyways, all right. Thank you for watching. Later days.